Game 2 on the night between Port Washington and the Garden City Wings. Eric Bellier with you alongside Ari Siegel. Forgot your last name for a second. Following a thrilling Syosset and Half Hollow Hills game where we saw Half Hollow Hills take the loss 4-2 in favor of the Braves. Port Washington comes out 0-1 on the year while Garden City looks to state their dominance in Division 2. So we will be getting starting lineup squared away momentarily as both teams clean up their areas.
Garden City comes in 1-0 too, 1-0.
The Wings force a habit there. The Wings wearing their red and white striped uniforms. The Vikings of Port Washington come out in their home whites and blue trimmed uniforms. Port Washington looking to capitalize on looking to gain their first win on the year following a 10-2 loss on opening night. Underway here for the start between Garden City and Port Washington. Face-off controlled by Garden City. Big open ice hit. Nice hit there. Shot on goal. Lands right in front of the Port Washington netminder and sent out. Garden City regains control of the puck now. They skate through the neutral zone. Over the blue line, a delayed offside call. Brings the puck back out to the neutral zone. Ari, who are our starting goaltenders for tonight's game?
Well, for Port Washington, they only have one goalie, and that's Jack Aberman. And for the Garden City Wings, you got PJ Tersey. Big guy, big player for Garden City, kept them in games last season as they almost made the playoff push, like said previously in the first broadcast. There are two divisions this year. And this is the lower division matchup. And last year, Garden City on the verge of making a playoffs, just on the outside looking in.
Puck carried in now by Garden City, looking for their first shot on goal. Shot saves, puck still loose. Puck sent around the boards now. Garden City still maintains possession. Puck heads up to the blue line. Division 2 matchup in the NYIHSHL league here in Nassau County. I think I got that acronym right. 13:45 remaining in the first period. A lot of zone time here for Garden City. Sent in front and stick the side there. Garden City controlling the puck in the offensive zone. Centering pass, shot on net. No luck there. Cleared out. Here come Port Washington now looking to chase after the puck.
Port Washington not really playing their zones. The points are wide open early.
Offside call there. 13:16 remaining in the first period.
Do I sound quiet? Because usually, like when I talk, I hear myself, but I hear him. It's weird.
Face off along the far wall in the neutral zone, won by Garden City. They retreat back to their zone. Cross ice pass through the blue line now. Puck's loose in the neutral zone. Port Washington dumps it in. 2 minutes gone by in the first period. Puck wraps around the boards now. Garden City carries it out. Through the neutral zone now. Shot, save, rebound, nobody home. Nice save there by the Port Washington goaltender. Puck wrapped around the goal now. Dumped back in. Port Washington tries to clear their zone. Puck scatters through the neutral zone. No icing called. 12:30 remaining. Port Washington looking to get on the board in the win column for the first time this year. Suffered a 10-2 loss in their first game of the season. Garden City threatening now. Shot on goal. Blocked aside. Port Washington tries to clear it out. Garden City touches up right at the blue line before the puck leaves the zone. Garden City with a nice touch pass there, trying to jam it home. Puck still loose. Sent back out around the boards now. Garden City, a lot of zone time here. Wrist shot off a stick, deflects straight down. Port Washington escapes over the blue line now. Shot on goal, nice save. Cross ice now, shot, save, Port Washington. Puck back out to the blue line, long slap shot, nice block with the body there. Carried in deep again by Garden City, tries to poke check it from the goaltender, no luck. Garden City, long wrist shot, glove down. Puck stays loose though, along the near wall. Puck centering pass there, nobody home. Garden City still controls it behind the Port Washington net. The Vikings clear the zone, now come through the neutral zone. Race to the puck. Port Washington and Garden City both get a much needed change. Garden City picks the pocket there, then Port Washington immediately does the same. Puck wrapped around the boards now in front of the Garden City bench. 10:40 remaining now in period number one. 0-0 game between Port Washington and Garden City in the NYIHSHL High School League. Puck sent wide. Garden City tries to knock it down. They do along the far boards. Open ice hit there. Puck, physical game between these two guys. Bodies flying around early. Garden City carries right in on the doorstep. One-timer misses. Puck being played at the blue line now. Garden City controls. Long bouncing shot goes wide. 5 minutes gone by in the first period, 0-0. Puck being played right in front of the goal. Garden City still controls it. Skating with it, loses control of the puck now, back all the way out to center ice. Garden City skates right through multiple defenders here, loses control of the puck, however, now back up to the blue line. A lot of zone time here for Garden City early. Nice poke check there from Port Washington to get the puck out of the zone. 9:25 remaining in the first period. Carried in deep by Garden City. Shot on goal, goes wide. Looked like it got him initially, but puck goes out of play.
Yeah, you mentioned that Garden City's dominating here early with what seemingly is all the zone time. And that's expected. Garden City, like I stated previously, just on the outside looking in last year in terms of playoffs. So they are one of the favorites to win this lower division, Division 2 of the Nassau Hockey League.
Face-off won by Garden City. Dump below the goal line now, 9:10 remaining. Puck along the near wall, cross center ice. Port Washington looks to make something happen. Puck chipped in behind the Garden City cage. Now played in front of the Garden City net, or Garden City bench rather. Port Washington on the doorstep, looking for a pass, gets it to the slot. Chipped on goal there, sticked aside by the Wings netminder. Garden City comes out with it. They skate to a side against Port Washington. Garden City now an off angle, looking for a shot, doesn't have one. Second shot opportunity, skirts through the blue paint there. Almost, Port Washington coach almost catches a high stick. Port Washington gets a change here. Long shot deflected straight up off the goalie's chest. Now around the far wall. Stays in the offensive zone, but then Port Washington's able to get it out. Seven minutes gone by now, 8 minutes remaining in the first period. Puck played along the blue line, carried in deep, long shot, save Port Washington. 7:56 remaining in the opening frame.
Garden City really able to utilize the points and get some shots on net. Passing into the point opens up the center right in front of the goalie, opens up the slot. Garden City gonna try and keep on doing that.
Face-off won by Garden City. Shot just misses wide, wraps around the boards. GC controls behind the Port net. Garden City skating circles around Port Washington's defender there, looking for the puck. Now dumps it below the red line, now up to the top of the face-off dot. Garden City controls on the far side now. Wrist shot misses wide, deflected by a Port Washington defender. Puck goes up back towards the blue line now, looking for a slapper, thinks otherwise. Passes at the red line, looking for a centering pass, no luck. Puck goes all the way down.
That was a really nice look from Alex Bedard, not quite Connor Bedard, but to Bobby Seaman. Nice give and go action.
7:10 remaining in this 0-0 game. Garden City comes in now, looking for a shot opportunity, misses wide. Carries it in deep, shot rings iron, doesn't find a home though. Score remains 0-0. Puck wrapped around the boards now. Garden City, tripping call there, delayed penalty. Garden City puts this one home, it'll negate it.
Now they'll have 6-on-5. PJ Tersey to the bench.
Port Washington has to touch up here. Garden City still controls. Wings played along the boards now, tie up along the boards. Port Washington touches up, will get a hooking penalty here.
Yeah, Alex Bedard, the fastest player on the ice right now, really able to get what he wants, able to knife through the Port Washington defense. Really opens up the ice for his teammates. You've seen him try to look back door a couple times, or even take it himself with that backhand that just hit the post. Now we'll get to see what Garden City can do on the power play.
Face off to the left of the Port Washington goalie, 6:26 remaining on the opening period. Puck dumped out there. Garden City goaltender thought about coming out with it, but chose not to. Port Washington now applying a pressure, even a man down. Puck tied up along the far boards. Port Washington carries it, or drops back on the defense now. As Garden City comes in, a centering pass, nobody home on the shot, looked like he fanned it. Puck clears into the neutral zone. 5:45 remaining now, a minute 20 remaining on the power play. 0-0 between Garden City and Port Washington. Garden City with speed now carries into the Port Washington zone. Looking for a shooting lane, doesn't find one, dumps it off. Long shot, deflected and gloved. Play blown dead with a minute 6 remaining on the man advantage.
Yeah, good idea from Michael Karcher to try and get a tip on that. Garden City just has to keep on pushing, pouring it down on Port Washington, and eventually they'll get one to fall. Really good chances here early from Garden City.
Face off to the left in the Port Washington zone. Face off won by Garden City. They carry it out into the slot, looking for a one-timer. Shot misses wide. Puck dumped behind the Port Washington net now. Puck sits in the slot. Garden City carries it out up towards the blue line. Dances around one defender, gets a shot on the pad, but that's about the extent of it. 40 seconds remaining now in the power play. Long shot goes wide as well. Long shot there, batted away. Port Washington looking to continue the pressure, even down a man. 25 seconds remaining now on the power play. 4:47 remaining in the period. Dumped at the blue line now. Garden City carries in deep. Cross ice pass. They shoot. They score a power play goal for Garden City, and it's 1-0 Wings.
And that was Alex Bedard able to get one home as we see the replay here. Nice little angle we got. Bobby Seaman, you aren't going to see it, but he's able to get it to Bedard in the slot. Bedard, nice little move. 1-2, up and in. Top shelf for Bedard.
Face-off won by Garden City, 1-0 now on the Bedard power play goal. Garden City now on top of the Vikings. Port Washington looking to answer now. They dump it back in. 4:22 remaining in the first period. 1-0. Carried in deep by the Vikings. They get a shot on goal, but it's sticked aside. Puck scatters through the crease, but nobody home. As Port Washington looks to answer right back. Turnover here. Here come the Wings. 2-on-1 developing. Doesn't dump it off. Look like the puck kind of got lost in the skates a bit there. Centering pass. Instead, an interception by Port Washington. Sent on goal quietly there. Able to handle it. Sends it through into the neutral zone where Port Washington will touch up. Delayed offsides here for Garden City. Port Washington gets a change. 3:35 remaining in the first period. Dumped ahead. Port Washington tied up with it in front of their own bench. The Vikings clear it into the neutral zone now, where the Wings regain possession and send it through into Port Washington territory. Port Washington now looking to apply some offensive pressure here. Puck played along the far wall. And play is blown dead.
Port Washington really not able to get anything going. They've had a few shots, but nothing of high quality. Anything that just thrown towards the net, you expect PJ Tersey to make those types of saves. Those are just easy to PJ.
Face off to the left of PJ Tersey. Shot on goal almost immediately. He'll cover up. And we'll replay the face-off to the left of Tersey. Face-off won by Garden City. They'll carry it out now. Garden City hustling now. Cross-ice pass tipped away. 2:40 remaining in the first period. Kept in the zone now. Garden City looking to add. Pass misses wide on just about everything. Looked like it was tipped as well. Garden City keeps it in the offensive zone. Almost he almost did end up out of the zone there. Garden City retouches up again. 2:10 remaining in the first period. 1-0 game. On the doorstep of Port Washington gets a stick in there. Now Port skates out with it. Shot on goal. Tersey gloves that one and dumps it off to his right. Keeps the clock moving. 1:55 remaining in the first period. Eric Bellier, Ari Siegel with you here at the Town of Oyster Bay Ice Skating Center in Bethpage. Chipped ahead. Tersey plays it with the stick now. 1:40 remaining in the first period. Garden City regains possession and comes across center ice, but kept in the neutral zone. Puck played off the near wall and skated out. Wrist shot, they score. 2-0 in favor of the Wings.
The Wings able to get on the breakout. Here we go. We see this angle. We're going to get in tight here. It's going to be Bobby Seaman making the moves. Able to get around, cut inside, and then just puts that wrist shot up top Cheddar.
Face off at center ice, won by Garden City. 1:20 remaining. Shot on goal. Loose puck saved down below. Puck wrapped around the boards now. Garden City carries it out. Port Washington looking to get something going offensively. Centering pass here, shot saved, second shot, they score. Garden City pouring it on here in the late stages of the first period, 3-0 Wings.
Yeah, Garden City really able to get what seems like whatever they want. Not Port Washington not covering bodies in front. You have 55 wide open, back door. That is Thomas Becic right there. You see he'll get the puck, back door, able to work it, doesn't get it. The goalie makes the first stop, but then you have TJ Salvato able to get
loose puck in the crease again, covered up there by the Port Washington goaltender. 3-0 now in favor of the Wings.
Yeah, Port Washington goaltender Jack Aberman doing a good job. He's getting the first save like he's supposed to. It's just that the defenseman not able to clear out and get the Garden City players out of the crease.
Face-off won by Port Washington. Garden City now on the doorstep, lifts the first shot. Aberman makes the save. Puck loose in front of the Port Washington bench. Port Washington takes over. 35 seconds remaining. They cross the blue line now into offensive territory. Into the far corner now. Puck wrapped around the boards. Behind Tercey's cage. Up to the blue line, long shot. Hits a Garden City body. 20 seconds remaining in the first period. Shot on goal. Tercey takes care of that one as well. Garden City now crosses the blue line, looking for one last shot. Off the netting, so we'll have 5.2 seconds left in the first period following this faceoff.
Good first period from the Wings here. Really taking care of business. They're really getting, like I said earlier, what they want. You have guys backdoor almost on every play, wide open. And this game should be a much bigger deficit, a much bigger margin than it is.
Face off to the left of Abram, won by Garden City, but that will do it for the first period. 3-0 Garden City all over Port Washington. You're watching NYIHSHL hockey on the Long Island Sports Network. Start of the second period here between Garden City and Port Washington. Eric Bellier and Ari Siegel with you on the LI Sports Network for some NYIHSHL LMNOP hockey action. Face-off now taken into the Garden City's Port Washington zone. Garden City looking to add to their lead. Port Washington tries to poke it ahead. Garden City controls it along the far wall. Garden City skates with it. They don't clear the neutral zone. They got a touch up. Garden City now playing a game of hot potato at center ice. Now here they come. 2-on-1 brewing. Shot save Abrams. Nice save there. Cleared the zone now through all the way down. Tersey comes out and plays it. 14:05 remaining in the second period. Garden City now fighting for the puck in front of their bench. Both teams come out with it. Shot misses wide, now back up to the point. Instead, it's a tie up behind the Port Washington cage. Now carried into his right, shot on goal, save, second shot goes wide. Puck comes out now. Here comes Port Washington. Port Washington gets tied up in the near corner. They just dump it through into the neutral zone where Garden City comes out on the attack. Nice toe drag there, carries in, shoots. Nice save. Second shot misses wide. Garden City now has to touch up. Puck goes through the neutral zone. Port Washington calling for a change. They get it, and they also have to get back into their own zone following that icing.
Garden City just moments ago had really good chances there. They're really able to just walk in and do whatever they want. Like, I've been saying that, but it's just true.
Face off to the right of Tersey, won by Garden City. Pass tries to clear the zone. They don't. Port Washington now applying a little pressure offensively. Puck gets into the neutral zone. Garden City throws a body on it. Skates along the red line at center ice, looking to find a lane to attack. Instead, they stay in the neutral zone. Now they attack the zone. Carried in now, tied up along the far boards just south of the blue line, where Tersey will take a shot on goal, cover it, 12.5 remaining.
Yeah, Tersey has not been tested so far this game. Port Washington really not able to generate those type of opportunities. See if they can get on the rush more and get some odd man opportunities. That could really give them some sort of life.
Face off won by Garden City. They take it behind Tersey's cage. Sent along the boards, and they will skate out with it now. 12:20 remaining in the second period. 3 goals from Garden City early on, played in front of their boards. Now Port Washington comes out with it now, a 1-on-2. Port Washington looking for a centering pass here. They don't get one, instead it's a turnover. Now it turned over immediately, long shot, padded away by Tersey. Puck goes flying in the air. Ends up over along the far boards, turned over again, a big hit in the middle of the ice there from Port Washington. 11:40 remaining in the second period.
Yeah, that was Liam Carty who laid the body there.
Delayed offside call will come out to the neutral zone over at the far face-off dot. Face-off won by Garden City, played along in front of their penalty box, carried into the Port Washington zone now. Shot gets to the goaltender, but he sticks to the side. 11:10 remaining in the second period. Garden City still controls it. Puck sent up to the blue line, turned over there. Port Washington gets it as far as the neutral zone.
3-on-1.
3-on-1, shot wide. Puck sits on the back of the Port Washington cage for a second, but bounces off. Centering pass, they shoot, they score.
One, he misses the net, but they still have numbers. Goes behind the net, finds Bobby Seaman. On the backhand, he'll get it. And then Bedard is just left wide alone. What do you know? Backdoor. Puts that in.
Face-off won by Port Washington following the restart. 4-0 now in favor of Garden City. Almost a 3-on-2 opportunity there. Pass was a little too strong. Port Washington dumps it back into Garden City territory. No penalty called. Nice poke check there. Port Washington showing a little offensive prowess here now. Tie up in between, in the neutral zone between two players. A hand up, looks like we're getting a penalty called.
Yeah, I think that's going to be on Liam
Port
Carty.
Washington, but a move here, shot save. Nice save there by the goaltender. Tercey heads to the bench now, so it's a 6-on-5 here. Garden City still controls. Port Washington looking to touch up into the slot. Shot save. Puck still loose, covered up, and blown dead. We'll wait for the official call here.
Yeah, that's going to be probably a roughing on Liam Carty, I believe. He was getting into it with one of the Garden City players, pushing him down. Not sure if we have the replay, but basically Carty was just giving it to the Garden City, not who was the recipient, but he was cross-checking, pushing him.
An interference call on Carty, 9:43 remaining. Face-off will be to the Port Washington goaltender's right.
But at least Port Washington, they're still fighting.
Face-off won by Garden City. Sent across ice now. Now Garden City needs to plan an attack yet again. 9.5 minutes remaining. Puck played back towards Tercey. Carried in deep now. Deeks misses, well, forgot the puck. Garden City now on the clear, has to touch up. 1:25 remaining in the power play. 9:05 remaining in the period. Garden City now takes a shot. Puck goes wide. Now Garden City controls in their zone. Puck goes into the far corner, in the Port Washington zone. Puck goes up towards the blue line. Cross ice pass. Long slap shot glove down there. 55 seconds remaining on the power play. 8:38 remaining in the period.
A lot of open ice in Garden City's O-zone. They're able to move the puck fast, get the defense out of position. That's really why they're scoring these goals. Even when you were able to walk it in, then a guy could slip back door. We've seen that a lot tonight.
Face off to the right yet again. Face off won by Port Washington. They'll skate through the neutral zone. Puck kept on sides here. Port Washington a man down. Tercey covers it up. No, he doesn't. Yes, he does. Looked like it was loose, but situation there nonetheless. Looked like Tercey covered it, but trying to plead his case. We don't have one though. 4-1 now.
I think PJ's complaining that he kind of poked it. Let's see. We'll get a good angle here. No, we do not have the replay, unfortunately. Oh, we do.
Face-off won by Garden City. Garden City now takes a hit along the boards. Puck covered up there, so a shorthanded goal for Port Washington takes a cut into Garden City's lead. It's a 3-goal lead now for the Wings, 4-1.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that was shorthanded. They were able to get on the rush. That's how I said they'll most likely find success.
Shot on goal. They score on the power play there, though, so the lead goes back up to 4 now. It's 5-1 in favor. Puck heads to center ice now. 8 minutes remaining in period number 1. Face-off won by Garden City. They look to go on the rush yet again. Carried in deep now, dumped off. Shot save. Puck still loose. Port Washington comes out with it. Still in their zone now, looking to get it through. Tied up along the far boards now. Cross ice pass. Garden City regains possession. Shot goes wide. Puck careens off the sidewall. Port Washington gets it into the neutral zone, but nothing more. Garden City carries out now. Garden City comes across the blue line. Shot off of the goaltender's chest, straight up in the air, lands behind him. Puck played along the far boards now. Long shot, gloved and covered. 7:11 remaining now in period number one. 5-1 in favor of the Wings.
Good job from Jack Aberman to track that puck through several bodies. Good play, good save.
Face off to the goaltender's right. Won by Garden City, but Port Washington converts on the turnover. Puck now batted back into the Port Washington zone. Then the wraparound pass opportunity goes away, so puck heads back into Wings territory where Port Washington turns it over. Now here comes Garden City. Across the blue line now, wrist shot save. Covered, play stop, 6:44 remaining here in the second.
Yeah, Jack Aberman getting a lot of shots. The first initial saves, the point blank shots, he's been saving all of them. It's just the tough when you get him sliding, when you get him moving, the back doors. That's what gives Port Washington trouble.
Shot, save, shot, second.
Once again, Jack, he'll make the first save, but Garden City player able to get right back in, gets his own rebound, puts that right home.
Face-off won by Garden City, but then turned over. Port Washington across now. Shot just wide at Tercey. Second shot doesn't get to Tercey. Garden City comes out with it now. Garden City across the blue line here, streaking. First shot saved, second shot goes wide. Garden City showing off the speed, point blank shot saved, chipped in front, puck glides across the crease, doesn't go across the goal line though. Garden City maintains possession, but Port Washington gets it out. Almost a 2-on-0 there for Port, but nice play with the stick there. 6 minutes remaining in the second period. Dumped into Garden City territory. Port Washington gets a bit of a change here. Now here comes Garden City. Streaking through the neutral zone now over the blue line. Long shot, glove down, 5:42 remaining in the middle stanza. Puck along the blue line now over to the far side. Long pass in front of the net. Long shot off of a Port Washington shin guard. Nice block there. Port gets it to the neutral zone before it's promptly turned over. Garden City comes across now. Long shot goes wide. 5:20 remaining in the 6-1 hockey game. Poked along but stayed in the neutral zone, or stayed in the offensive zone. Garden City takes a shot. Bodied up by the Port Washington goaltender, stays in play. Puck gets tied up with a referee, it looks like. Puck gets into the neutral zone. We have a play blown dead. I think they called a penalty here on Garden City. So 4:53 remaining. Port Washington will head to the power play.
So TJ Salvato will go to the box. Let's see what Port can do on this power play. Maybe move the puck around. They haven't really been able to get PJ moving.
Puck behind Tercey's cage. Garden City clears it out. Goaltender will stay in the net there instead of coming out to play it. Puck wrapped around the boards where Garden City touches up. Cross ice pass, nobody home, almost caught the goaltender out of position. Puck played along the goal line now, wrapped around the boards. Port Washington regains possession before Garden City tries to chip it in on a dump off. No luck there. Garden City tries to carry it in again. Turnover, Port Washington a one-on-one. Slap shot save, Tercey covers that one up.
But you need to get him moving. The only goal they scored was questionable, and PJ probably would want to have that one back because thought it might have been poked when he was covered, but regardless.
Shot on Tercey yet again there. Blocked aside. And Garden City will come out with it, a 2-on-1 developing. Instead, they call it an offside, so crisis averted there for the Vikings. 3:59 remaining in a 6-1 game. We don't have the penalty clock up there.
Well, it's up on the stream, just not up in the arena. 1 minute and 6 seconds.
For Washington, they chip ahead here. Shot on goal, they score! 6-2, what a move there off the face-off. A 4-goal lead now, a power play goal for Port Washington at 6-2.
Let's see if we could get a replay here. Wasn't really able to see it quite clearly on the broadcast. Fortunately not a replay, but that was a...
So the face-off now of the Garden City bench, now turned over yet again. Wrist shot gloved and saved, 3:35 remaining in the period. 6-2 hockey game. Face-off won by Garden City. Puck along the far wall now. Carried in deep, looking for a shooting lane, no luck. Garden City still maintains possession. Not sure how much. Should have 3:15 remaining on the clock here. 6-2. So the clock just starts running on the scoreboard here in the arena, so we're at 3:27 remaining. Garden City carries it across. Shot on goal goes behind the net. On the rebound, covered up, and play is blown dead. Face-off won by Garden City. They control in the offensive zone. Shot. Puck carried below the goal line, wrapped around the boards. Garden City still in possession. Shot on goal. They score. A 5-goal lead yet again. 7-2 in favor of Garden City.
Michael Karcher parked right in front, gets the nice pass, makes no mistake, puts that one in.
Carried in deep. Deeks, they shoot, they miss wide. Puck jammed home. Nobody able to cross the goal line there. 2:40 remaining. Port Washington looking to answer now. Puck carried into Tercey's zone. Wrapped around the boards now. Kept in the offensive zone of Port Washington. Rings the iron, no goal. Inches away from making it an 8-2 game. The puck comes out of the neutral zone. Port Washington has a breakaway now. Shot off of Tercey's pad and wide, almost puts it home. Minute 55 remaining in the period. Port Washington dumps it around. Tercey comes out to play it. Tercey sends it around the boards himself. Minute 45 remaining in the period.
One thing about PJ, he is not afraid to play the puck.
Comes out with it now, minute and a half remaining. A 2-on-1 here. Shot off the pad and away. Poor Washington goaltender doing a great job here. Shot on net, misses off the glove and out and wide, I should say. So poor Washington now skates out with it. 1:08 remaining. They call a delayed offside there. So the minute 6 seconds will have a face-off out of the neutral zone. Face-off won by Garden City. Less than a minute remaining now. Sent into the Port Washington zone. Port tries to get it out. They do. Puck goes through the neutral zone. No icing calls. The puck in the middle period. Port looking for a passing lane. Finds one. They stay on sides. Sets a turnover. Now here comes Garden City. 2-on-2. Skates both teams in the offensive zone. Dances around one. Shoots. They score.
Tough move from TJ Salvato.
8-2 now in favor of the Wings.
We're going to see Pete right through both of them, slips through two, and puts it up right over Jack Aberman.
Between Garden City and Port Washington. And that will just about do it. Shot at the buzzer, save. 8-2 in favor of the Wings. Right back with third period act. Back here for third period action. Eric Bellier with you on the broadcast. 8-2 in favor of the Wings. Ari Siegel with me doing color commentary as the Wings come out on the attack. Shot save right off the faceoff. Dumped through the zone. Garden City comes out of it again. Shot save is face-off won by Port Washington. They try to clear their zone. They do not. Puck bounces behind the boards now. Turnover there. Garden City comes out with it. Garden City across the blue line now. Dumped in deep. Pass misses wide. So Port Washington now skates out with numbers across the blue line. Garden City shot on goal there. Covered up, nice save there. Sorry for the brief technical difficulty. I knocked off my headset. Right off my head. So a minute and a half gone by, 8-2 game in favor of the Wings. Face-off goes to the right of the Port Washington netminder. Face-off won by Garden City. That puck will trickle out of the zone. Garden City plays it with the glove now, a 2-on-2 brewing here. Garden City skirts in deep into their zone. Centering shot, they score! 9-2 now in favor of the Wings.
Yeah, that was some nice passing. You know, they keep on getting guys wide open in front of the net. We'll see it here. Gets the puck down low. You have a bunch of people trailing, bunch of Wings trailing. You have two in front, chooses the higher one. Makes no mistakes, goes top shelf.
And it looks like Garden City has made a goalie change up by 7 goals. PJ Tersey comes in exchange for Ari's going to have that name for me in 2 seconds.
For Carter Pickens.
Pickens now in goal for the Wings. Garden City across the blue line yet again threatening. They shoot and they save. Puck goes flying. It might be covered up. What a save there. Nice save with the glove. .25 remaining here in the third period. Cross ice pass misses just about everybody. Now Port Washington skates out with it. Three minutes gone by here in the final frame. 9-2 in favor of Garden City. Long shot goes wide. Centering pass ends up on net. That's covered up and stopped. 11:59 remaining in the third period. Face-off tie-up. Garden City wins. They shoot and they score again. A 10 spot for the Wings.
This is a monster game here from Alex Bedard. Was a key contributor last year with, in the 12 games played, put up 14 points, 10 goals and 4 assists from the numbers. Is getting close to those stats in just this one game with a lot of assists, making key plays.
Off, so not sure as of why, but we're back at center ice to redo it. Face off now, or excuse me, loose puck played over on the far wall, carried in deep shot and covered. Looks like we might have a penalty on Port Washington here, 11:41.
Yeah, not sure, can't really tell who it is, but he went down hard, got checked hard into the boards there, making his way slowly to the bench. Hope he's okay. Looks like it was TJ Moody.
The game for the Port Washington skater. Face off to the right. Of the goaltender. Face off won by Garden City. They control at the blue line. Pass into the snow. Shot. They score.
That was a
power play goal. 11-2 now in favor of the Wings.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Bobby Seaman, and getting another assist is Alex Bedard. They have some kind of connection out there on the ice. Slips it right to Bobby. Bobby goes right up, right through the blocker. Now it's getting to the point where it's coaches might tell Garden City coaches might tell its players to stop scoring.
Power play has expired following the power play goal. 11:05 remaining in the period. High pass through the neutral zone. Port Washington lands on it. Port Washington carries it around behind Pickens' net. Sends it through. 2-on-1 here for the Wings. Carried in deep, poke check there. 10:35 remaining in the period. Long pass. Shot, they ring the top iron off the crossbar. Lead pass misses. Garden City carries it through. Garden City now takes a shot on goal that ultimately misses wide. 5 minutes have gone by here in the third period. Garden City comes out with a 3-on-2 now across the blue line. Carried in deep, shot misses wide.
Garden City has so many players in front of the net, so many
Garden
back
City
doors.
shot on goal, covered up and saved there. 9:35 remaining in the third period. Both teams get a bit of a line change here.
It's going to be interesting to see how Garden City does this season, as they were really close last year and they've been dominant here tonight.
Shot on the backhand goes wide. 9.5 remaining in the third period. Garden City still controls. Shot on goal, covered up yet again. 9:25 remaining. City controls now. Pass into the slot, now looking for a slap pass there on goal, misses wide. With the rebound. Garden City now tied up along the far boards. Port Washington looks to get it out. They don't. Garden City controls along the far wall, centering pass tipped ahead. Puck still loose though. Garden City keeps it in the zone. Port Washington now gets it out, 8:45 remaining. Over the last few minutes for Garden City. 5 goals. Shot on goal, save there. Port Washington looks to get it out. They get it to the neutral zone where Garden City defenseman's waiting. 8:15 remaining. And I believe Port just scored again. I totally missed it for GC.
No, Garden City just scored.
That's what I said. Garden City just scored.
Oh, sorry.
So it's a 12-2 lead now for GC. Pass in yet again. 7 minutes, 50 seconds remaining in the period. Puck wraps around the boards now into the near corner. Port Washington gets it out, almost has a breakaway. Pass goes a little too wide. Shot on goal, nice save there by Pickett. Garden City comes out with it now. 7.5 minutes remaining. Puck send around the boards behind the Port Washington net. Port tries to wrap it around, but there's a Garden City defenseman waiting there. Shot on goal, kicked away. 7 minutes now remaining. Garden City now. Here comes Port Washington. A 2-on-0. Port carries it across the blue line in. Pickett stonewalls him on the 2-on-0. Covers up.
But Pickens saw it all the way through. Good stop from the goalie.
Both teams get a change. Face-off will be to Pickens left. Face-off won by Garden City. And carried in yet again. Move, they make a nice save there. 6.5 minutes remaining now. Port Washington fights for the puck behind their own net. The puck clears the zone. No icing called as it bounced off a GC stick. Into the slot, but it's poked away. Garden City kind of chopping, or Port Washington rather chopping at it. Garden City controlling the puck in the offensive zone. Garden City now following that dump-in attempt by Port Washington with 5:45 remaining, carries in. Nice stick play there by Port Washington to get the puck out of the slot, but Port Washington still maintains. Garden City still maintains, rather, excuse me. Garden City threatening, carrying the puck in deep. Puck comes up towards the blue line now. Over to the far side. Garden City controls it behind the Port Washington goal. Dumps it out front. Poke checked away. And wrapped around. Garden City maintains possession. Garden City carries in now looking for a shot. They get it and they score. Another goal there for Port Washington, for Garden City.
Again, it's TJ Salvato, and he's just able to walk in tons of time. You'll see he gets the puck, starts his way in, goes around 1, 2, 3, and then 4 eventually.
4:51 remaining in the period. Puck played into the far corner now. The collision between the two teams, they skate out with it. 4.5 minutes remaining. Port Washington looking for a long pass, can't find one. Instead it ends up with Garden City. Garden City comes through the neutral zone now, looking for a cross-ice pass, but instead it bounces wide. That puck is covered up there by the Port Washington goaltender. 4:01 left on the clock. Face off to the right of the shot save. Nice save there by Pickens. 3:45 remaining in the period. Garden City on a 2-on-1 here. Shoots, misses over the net. Where Port Washington looks to attack here. 2-on-0 brewing. Port comes across. Cross ice pass, doesn't find a home. Shot save Pickens, nice save.
Yeah, I was a little behind Goldstein there.
Garden City now comes through with a 3-on-2. Cross ice pass. They do not score, nice save there. Guy had a little bit of a blocked view from a Port Washington benchmate. 3 minutes on the button remaining. Port Washington looking for a cross-ice pass there with nobody home. Cross-ice pass there from Garden City looking for a shot on goal. Nice poke check away. Gave Port Washington possession momentarily, but now the puck comes out into the neutral zone. 2:35 remaining. Turnover there. Garden City skates up with it now. Staying in the neutral zone, allowing the lines to change. Cross ice pass tipped in. Garden City and Port Washington chase after it. Port Washington sends it along the boards. A 1-on-3. Now here comes a second Port Washington skater. 2:10 remaining. Port Washington carries it in deep now. And Garden City converts on the turnover. Here comes GC through the neutral zone. Minute 50 remaining. Looking to dump the pass back there, but nobody was home. Garden City carries it in now, looking for the open man. Cross ice pass. Shot hits the side of the cage. Garden City controls behind the goal now. Minute 30 remaining. Puck played along the far corner. Garden City looking to convert on the Michigan. They do not, except they convert on the rebound. They score. A minute 19 remaining in regulation. 14 goals now for GC.
Yeah, this is a completely different game than Garden City's last game. Last game against Manhasset Great Neck, it took everything to come back from 2-0, ultimately winning 3-2. This game completely different, in full control. They'll go up 2-0.
Face-off won by Garden City, a minute and change remaining. Puck played behind their own cage, skates out with it. Big open ice hit there. You get a penalty call with a minute and 10 seconds remaining.
That's a little unnecessary of a hit at this stage of the game, but they'll get him. They'll get him for 2, or at least 1 minute and 10 seconds.
Roughing. Cross ice pass there, nobody home. Will hit the 1 minute mark remaining in regulation here. Port Washington skates out with it. Port Washington a man down. No shot on goal there. Nice poke check away. Spinning puck in the face-off circle. Here comes Garden City. Shot save. Nice save there. 40 seconds remaining. Shot goes wide. Garden City still maintains possession. Sends it around the boards. Garden City with 30 seconds remaining at the blue line now. Port Washington pokes it loose. A 2-on-0 brewing again. Carries in, they shoot. Nice save Pickens there. He covers up with 20 seconds remaining. Face off to the right of Pickens, won by Garden City. They'll carry it through. 5 seconds remaining now. A commanding win for Garden City. They move to 2-0 on the year. Thank you for sticking with us through 2 NYIHSHL hockey games for Ari Siegel. I'm Eric Bellier, wishing you a good night and good hockey from the town of Oyster Bay Ice Skating Center in Bethpage. You've been watching NYIHSHL action on the Long Island Sports Network.